have been the subjects of quite a bit scrutiny of the past week and a half. The two rappers have been embroiled in a beef, and Remy's scathing NICKI SHETHER had all of social media buzzing. But not everyone has been enjoying the feud between the two. While posting about divisions and negativity, Queen Sugar actor Kofi Cereboy made it clear that he wasn't at all into the feuding between Remy and NICKI. He posed a rhetorical question addressing what he saw as negativity unfolding on social media and included the shutter surrounding the particular rape beef. First, we suffered to women beefing, the 23-year-old tweeted. Now we shaming Lauren, London's baby white, and next Black Lives Matter right. I am asking for a friend. There's a frustrating tendency to treat any public disagreement between highly visible black people as indicator of deeply rooted division and disunity in the black community. But the idea that black people can't disagree or even be hostile towards others is rooted in the notion that black people must always hold themselves to some unspecified standard of behavior for the sake of countering racism. Sorry, coffee, black lives don't matter. It doesn't mean I have to like every person I deal with or that I shouldn't publicly voice my disdain for a person who happens to be black. Has been stated and restated several times. Hip hop beefs are a part of hip hop. It's the dozens and walks, a game of antagonism. While the belief that losing a beef can end your career is somewhat overstated, there is an element of credibility that is at stake when you engage in verbal sparring with another prominent rapper. It isn't any more detrimental than a couple of aggressive basketball players trash talking on the court. It's a part of the game. Sometimes it goes too far. Most of the time it stays as it is. As for women in hip hop, beefing isn't at all new. Roxanne Shanti came to the fore via Buff. Her first single, Roxanne's Revenge, was a response track to UTFO's Roxanne, on which she dissed the members of the MC Light made her name as a tanked battle rapper. One of her early songs was the classic 10% diss aimed at rival Antoinette, but an uncomfortable facet to con- contemporary hip hop beefs is knowing that this is not aspiring for the culture anymore. It's feuding for spectacle in an industry that generates millions. Rap beefs used to be mostly word of mouth affairs, discussed amongst hip hop fans predominantly and rarely treated like anything close to national news. That all changed in the wake of the mid-90s feuding between Raw Records and Bad Boy Entertainment and the subsequent murders of Tupac Shakur and Christopher Notorious B.I.G. Wallace, which drew an unprecedented level of mainstream attention due to both artists' fame and the toxic element of violence that seemed to lurk over both camps for 2 years. The beef between Tupac and Biggie not only caught mainstream media full attention, it also connected hip hop beefs to violence in a way that had only been implied before. This was further emphasized in the early 2000s when feuding between former G-Unit compares 50 Cent and Game led to gunplay at the Hot 97 offices in 2005. A shooting at a Busta Rhymes video set that left his security man Israel Ramirez dead, and an altercation between G Unit's Tony Yao and the 14-year-old son of Jimmy Hennessman Rosemont in 2007. Hennessman's Kaiser Entertainment rate gave at the time. The repression for violence hovers over rapists, but don't have to become violent. Most don't. It's just a question of respect. I had only met Antoinette once and never seen her again except at the word. But nonetheless, it 10% this was done in the spirit of hip hop. MC Little told Billboard in 2014, I was the baddest MC. If you don't think you are the baddest MC, then you might as well just sit down, cause that's what hip hop is about. It's braggadocio. You can come off and win a different type of way, but you stand the chance of your ground being shaken. You have to put your stakes in and day. I have to come at you some point. Light also discussed the then newly squashed beef between Jay-Z and Rick Ross. The disagreement had led to some high-profile incidents between the two rappers, including altercation at the beat hip hop. That was then. Now there are MCs who can go at one another lyrically, and it's respected as just that. But then when it comes out of the record, it's when it becomes an issue. Even then, it feels as though that with a little time they are able to work things out. I just say most recently Rick Ross and young Jay have worked out their differences, which is a big deal. I'm sure there were other guys around who pushed and promoted that to happen. I hope the same for the ladies. If given a space where there's an altercation that's able to be worked out. The aspect of legal violence coupled with the ogling by mainstream eyes who just enjoy the visceral thrill of drama means that beefing in 2017 can sum with a lot questionable motivations and regrettable consequences. But in the case of Remy, Nikki, there hasn't been any indication that things would ever turn to violence. Like so many other rapists, this appears to just be a war of words, and the security of from mainstream eyes in is worrisome. But at the same time, hip hop shouldn't fall into the respectability trap of constantly monitoring behavior slowly because of overstress, washing and desiccating the art they create. That this particularly high-profile beef feathers to women at its center should not be ignored. The handwriting that accompanied NICKI Remy was noticeably less reverently when Drake and Meek Mill engaged in their feud throughout 2015. Similarly to how to public can drama public conflicts because of belief in black respectability. Black women can uniquely signal out for any drama between them. Conflict between black women gets stereotyped as evidence of dysfunctional cattiness and fortifies misogynist ideas about women stabbing each other in the back instead of pulling each other up. But none of that is unique to women. Conflicts and drama are everywhere and in anything where multiple individuals are expected to occupy the same space. We dehumanizing black women by suggesting that they pretend to be sisters for the sake of promoting an image of black unity. And in a genre where sparring is a part of the culture, we definitely shouldn't silence black women who may want to air their grievance on us. This isn't inherently different from KRS 1 vs incision, where there is an overabundance of men antagonizing each other in hip hop. Women's rappers beefing is less prevalent and oftentimes less celebrated. When discussing hip hop most famous beefs, you will almost always hear Ice Cube vs NWA or 50 Cent vs Ja Rule or Jet vs Nas before you hear about Foxy Brown vs Queen Latifah or Trina vs Kia or Rexnai Shanti vs everybody. It's already believed to be unladylike for women to be as brazen as men, whether in regards to sexuality or general assertiveness. So, women insulting each other in songs elicit a certain pearl clothing from those who believe that women should never fight, even in the most figurative sense. And despite decades of mainstreaming, hip hop is still viewed classless and Zetho by detractors. Remy Ma is on love and hip. Would her feuding be less worrisome if it was with one of her co-stars? While there is often moralized and ringing aimed at reality TV, there is generally no assumption of violence during most reality show feuding, even if there is a long-standing history of hostility between those who are feuding. It's the stigma of hip-hop and rappers that leads to belief that somehow Remy Nicki is inherently baiting hatred and violence. Hip-hop beef will probably always be controversial. You are essentially insulting someone over a beat, and the insults are often scathingly below the belt. The gloves come off, and many of our most celebrated diss tracks are rife with that. Homophobia and misogyny. Is there a way to make these tracks without those things? Probably, but it's misguided to present these tracks themselves as fundamentally determinational. The beef itself doesn't have to wallow in any of those things and can still be a beef. At its core, it's a conflict playing out verbally between two wordsmiths, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. However Nicki Minaj's Remy plays out, we should think twice before presenting this feud as evidence of anything beyond bad blood between two rappers, and that bad blood is being expressed creatively, the same as a better breakup song or an angry anthem, which is what artists do. That's not division or hate.